Okay, so AI robots, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about them.
Yeah. Seems like it's everywhere you look these days.
But let's be honest, who actually has time to, like, rate all the think pieces and reports?
Oh,
No
yeah.
one. That's why we're here doing this deep dive,
Yeah,
to get you up to speed, like, right now.
exactly.
So we've got excerpts from this document, The Rise of AI Robots,
Yeah.
What You Need to Know Right Now.
Catchy title, right?
It does grab your attention.
Totally. And honestly, the stuff in here, it's like mind-blowing.
It really is. I mean, one thing that struck me is how quickly we've gone from, robots being a thing in sci-fi movies to, like, actually building and using them in the real world.
No, totally. It's like, it's not the future anymore. It's now.
Exactly.
And this document, it jumps right into how AI robots are going to, like, completely transform all these different industries.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Healthcare, manufacturing, you name it. They're, like, everywhere.
And it's not just about robots doing work for us, but, like, working with us, you know?
Collaboration. Yeah, exactly. The document even mentions the study by the Robotics Industries Association, and they found that using these, what are they called, cobots?
Cobots.
Yeah, collaborative robots, they could increase manufacturing output by like 50%.
50%. Wow.
But that's not all. They could also reduce workplace injuries by like 70%. That's huge.
Yeah. I mean, 50% more output, that's insane. Like, imagine what businesses could do with that.
Oh, absolutely.
But, got to think about the other side of the coin, too.
Of course.
All this change, it's bound to disrupt things.
Right. The document, it doesn't try to sugarcoat that.
Yep.
It straight up acknowledges those concerns about people losing their jobs,
Job displacement.
Exactly. It even cites this report from the World Economic Forum that predicts automation could, result in the loss of something like 85 million jobs globally by 2025.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a big number.
That's a lot of jobs.
It is. But, it's not all doom and gloom. The report also emphasizes that this shift, the one we were just talking about, it could actually create 97 million new jobs.
Really?
Yeah, in fields related to, AI and robotics. So it's not just job losses. It's like a huge transformation of the entire job market.
Okay, so a lot to think about there.
Yeah.
We've got robots potentially taking some jobs, but then new jobs popping up because of
Yeah.
these robots, like a whole new world of work opening up. But what I find really fascinating is how the document actually dives into specific examples of, AI robots in action.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like in healthcare, for instance.
Absolutely. It talks about robotic surgery, for example.
Yeah, robotic surgery. I've heard of that.
So these AI-assisted surgical systems can analyze data, during the actual surgery.
In real time.
Yeah, like as it's happening. And then they use that data to guide the surgeons, allowing them to operate with incredible precision.
Wow.
Yeah, and the document mentions, Johns Hopkins Medicine. They reported a 21% reduction in complications and, get this, a 50% decrease in how long patients had to stay in the hospital. And that's just for people who had, robotic-assisted heart surgery.
Those are pretty amazing. So AI robots, it's not just about, like, factories working faster. It's about potentially, like, saving lives.
Exactly. And that's not all. The document also talks about how they can be used in, those high-risk environments, like disaster zones, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
They can, go into dangerous areas that would be too risky for humans and, assess the damage. They can even locate survivors and all of that while keeping human responders safe.
That's pretty incredible. The possibilities, it's mind-blowing. But, got to be real here.
Yeah.
This tech, it comes with some big questions, right? Like, what about the downsides?
Yeah, of course. And, the document tackles that head on.
Good.
For instance, it talks about the risk of AI bias.
AI bias.
Yeah, like the algorithms and stuff, they can have built-in biases.
Oh.
And that can be a real problem. It points to this study from the University of Oxford. And they found that, facial recognition software, the kind that's used everywhere, if it's developed mostly using images of white faces, it's actually less accurate at identifying people of color.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that just highlights, the need for diverse data sets and rigorous testing, to make sure these systems are fair and don't discriminate.
That's a really important point. We can't just be like, yay, robots, and ignore the potential problems.
Right.
It's about finding that balance, right, between the good and, the potential bad.
Exactly. It's about being thoughtful.
Yeah.
About how we design these robots, how we develop them, and, how we use them.
Employ them.
Yeah. The document emphasizes the need for, clear ethical frameworks and solid regulations to make sure AI robots are used responsibly and, that they benefit everyone.
So it's not just about the tech itself, it's about us, about humans and the choices we make as we, bring these machines into our world.
You said it perfectly. It's on all of us to shape this future.
Well, this deep dive, I gotta say, it's given me a lot to think about. We covered how AI robots are like transforming industries, the good and the bad, the potential benefits and the risks, and that really important piece about ethics. What stands out to you from all of this?
I think, the biggest takeaway for me is that the future of AI robots, it's not like set in stone. It's being shaped right now as we
Mhm.
speak. And we all have a role to play in, figuring out where it goes from here.
That's a good point. It's a good reminder that technology, at the end of the day, it's a tool, and it's up to us to use it wisely. This deep dive, it's just the start of the conversation, but hopefully, you've got the info you need to start navigating this crazy world of AI robots. So keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows what the future holds.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless.
They really are.